Hey everybody, I'm Brad Ellis, and I have finished Dead Space.
Hi everyone, and I'm Michael Huber, and I have finished Dead Space.
It's time for spoilers. Spoiler mode, engage. Spoiler mode starts right now.
Spoiler mode, final warning, spoiler mode, activated.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Dead Space remake spoiler mode. I'm Michael Huber.
I'm Brad Ellis.
And we beat this game, and we're going to talk about it. Full
That's right.
spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled, get out of here.
Get the hell out. We're spoiling everything.
It's not too long of a game. Go play it. Come on back.
That's right.
So we're going to dive into it. And, sometimes we always see the same comment of like, yo, go through the story beat by beat.
Beat by beat?
Sometimes we don't do that sometimes. We kind of, we want to talk about the combat and stuff, if you want like full story recaps, like you just bring up that wiki. But we'll go into the details about big plot points, of course.
Yeah.
But first up, Brad, this is a game I played so many times when it first came out.
That's true.
Like 7 in a row.
I remember.
And then played it before 3 came out, did the full, 1 and 2 to 3, and then like haven't really played Dead Space since. So
3 left a bad taste in our mouth.
Very bad, yes. But I beat this game like 7 or 8 times, but not in like 10 years.
It's been a long time. Yeah, definitely.
So what did you think? Because you haven't played it in probably this similar time as me.
Yes, I hadn't played it since it probably came out.
Yeah.
Like right around that time. So it had been a while. I played 2, obviously, and quit 3.
Yeah.
But, it's great to come back.
Heck yeah. And it is back, and it is back with a bang.
Yes.
This is a remake / like enhanced version. That's what I like to call it, because so much of Dead Space is similar to the original. Like so many locations I would walk in and I would just be like, this is the same area. And they just expand everything.
Yeah.
Just with a little more detail.
Great approach to a remake.
Absolutely. The first thing I want to touch on is the story, how they expanded that.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
In really meaningful ways. So the basic premise is it's the 26th century, and the Kellion small ship that you're on, you play as Isaac, the engineer, the protagonist, who used to be silent in the first game, now fully voiced, which is essential.
Yeah.
Absolutely essential. And like you said,
Works really well.
Yeah, like you said on Frame Trap, he doesn't talk too much. So it really adds so much to this narrative, specifically his relationship with Nicole.
Yep.
So we respond to the distress call at the USG Ishimura. To me, one of the most iconic locations in a video game. I mean, this is a legend.
Sure.
Like when this first hit, dude, when this game first came out, these graphics, this atmosphere was like a new gold standard, you know? Like when I first played this, I might be intense to say, but it's like shades of Spencer Mansion. Just how much I loved being there, how much it hit.
Yeah, sure.
How good it felt to
Go through?
Yeah, go through the halls.
Yeah, I could totally see that. It's definitely a unique and impactful environment that
Absolutely.
you remember.
So all hell breaks loose, of course. You land on the Ishimura.
People are missing.
People are missing. No one's answering. It's in disarray. And then enter the necromorphs.
Necromorph
Brad,
comes.
what are your thoughts
Really
on the necromorphs?
Cool. They're like really cool zombie aliens because they have like human skull faces a lot of times, or like human-esque features, but they also have like really weird limbs. Some of them like mantis almost like, and some that like slide on the ground.
The little baby ones,
dude. Good God,
freakers, dude.
Yeah,
Freak
they look really
shows.
cool. I really like the necromorphs.
I love fighting necromorphs, and just this remake, taking that a step further. Like we talked briefly about the force gun.
Yes,
and just shooting the flesh,
shooting their skin off. Yeah,
off of these necromorphs.
Man, that was good.
The way they come apart, they're playing this thing at Capcom. That remake to Wet Gore Team. They're like,
okay, it's some good wet gore. Yeah, definitely.
Combat feels just so similar to this game.
It feels super similar, but it should be. It should be, Absolutely. I don't need it to be crazy different. Yeah. It just felt smoother all around.
Yeah.
Like moving Isaac felt much better to me.
Absolutely.
Than I remember.
And a lot of the weapons I used more this time. Like I really liked the
more
Ripper.
balance around. much more balanced. Like I used the flamethrower a lot too.
Yeah.
It's just like, dude, I don't know. I felt pretty good with like anything I was using.
Absolutely. Yeah, the way it like gives you ammo just for all the guns. So it's like, all right, I just got to use what I have.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever I have, and
Instead of LOL plasma cutter.
LOL plasma cutter GG.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, all right, we had to use
Like the plasma cutter is still very good.
Yeah.
No doubt, but
best.
you can a little more. You can experiment a little more.
Yeah. So basically we arrive at the Ishimura, which is above Aegis 7, this planet. And because the Ishimura is a planet cracker. Always love this lore. Remember, there's the 3 Dead Space games, the light gun game Extraction,
Yes.
the Blu-ray
Movie.
animated movies. I think there's 2, and then the comic book series, a couple comics.
Mm-hmm.
I just love this lore.
Yeah.
So the planet cracker, what it does is it goes to planets and basically just freaking Galactuses that shit and like takes their resources.
Yeah. Strips them.
Back to Earth, because
Yeah.
we're in the 26th century. So like obviously
resources.
got to get those resources. So it's above Aegis 7, and Aegis 7 had this marker. There was a marker on this planet.
Some sort of marker, yeah.
That we're gonna get into here about this
Yes.
marker as we go on.
Yes.
But until then, we're doing really basic stuff.
We're like,
here.
yo, stuff's offline.
Go
Isaac,
repair it.
We're gonna split up. Isaac, you try to do this. You fix
Yeah.
this. You're an engineer, so you're good at this kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
that's what a lot you're doing. Get these guns online or something.
Brad, how many times in games do we do BS quests where it's like, just go fix that generator.
Yeah,
Go do that. I really love the way
they do it here.
they do it here because obviously, context, we are an engineer.
Yeah, that's what Isaac does.
So it just makes sense to constantly have to bring this shit back online. You feel it. You feel
you
it.
do.
You're like, dude, let's get this.
Getting the tram, putting the tram back together
So cool.
really early on, and it's like some things you got to do. It's I gotta like get these things back online. It's like I gotta go out in zero gravity.
Yeah.
Gotta figure out how to put them back together out there.
Yeah.
And you got some freakers attacking you. Some
Yeah.
freakos. So.
And I love the team. It's pretty much you, Kendra Daniels, who's like the computer specialist, and then Hammond,
yeah, the leader.
the security man.
Yeah.
So it's like you three, and it is really cool, that dynamic, because it's like, all right, Hammond's like taking point, Daniels is like, Hunniganing,
Digging through files.
maybe unlocking shit, giving you tips, keeping you abreast of like what's going on ship-wide. Because that's another thing I really felt in the remake, Brad, with no loading and the tram being able to travel everywhere. The constant check-ins of like, yo, down on the bridge, this is going down. Like it just gave me such more of a grounded presence.
It felt much more real and lived in, I guess, just that there's no loading times.
Yeah.
No disconnect, You got to ride the tram, but it's not loading or anything like in there. You're on the tram, you're watching it go by. So it's like, this feels like a tram in a giant space station.
Absolutely. What do you think of just the atmosphere in general, Brad?
Really
because
good.
it was again in the original, that was the selling point. I mean, it was next level. Do you think they hit those expectations?
I think they did a really good job, yeah. So I was thinking about it when I was playing it too, because like I like space horror. I'm like, it's cool. It's not my favorite thing, but I think it's really cool. But I was thinking about like, man, if I was huge into sci-fi horror specifically, which you are, I would be like, I'm like, okay, if this was like a gothic castle, that would be it for me.
Dead Space,
I
but a
was
gothic
like-
castle. Yeah.
So I was like, I understand how much people love this. And it was
Hell
done
yeah.
really well. There's all that really cool fog. Here's some like freaks screaming in the background far away.
Sinister
Ah!
whispers.
Yeah, whispering at you. Yeah, it was great. And I loved seeing the quarters divided up. Like the living quarters. Here's where the
Yeah.
crew lives.
Love
Here's
that.
where the engineering guys are, all their engineering stuff. Here's like the
botany section.
the botany, the medical bay,
Yeah.
all that cool stuff. And the bridge, the captain area.
Love that.
Really cool.
And then of course just floating in space.
Just
like
floating in
seeing
space.
the planet.
Yeah. Really cool.
And of course, we talked about some little details on Frame Trap as well. We talked about just like the additions on the remake.
Yeah.
And just getting the zero gravity from the other games.
Which
like,
was
in this.
very nice.
So nice.
Very
in the
nice.
original, you just leap.
Yeah, this is much
and
better in
walk.
my opinion.
Yeah. So we're repairing the ship. Okay. Then Isaac soon discovers the presence of the marker
Yep.
and unitology.
Yes,
The
this
old
religion,
unitologists.
cult religion thing going on.
Yes. And this is some excellent remake enhancing of the plot. Having these side quests with Nicole to flesh out unitology, learning about
That other doctor guy, the really sketch guy,
Mercer.
Yep,
And Isaac's mom.
her past.
Being a unitologist herself was so great to read the documents and hear about that. And then that put a strain on the relationship between Nicole and Isaac. Like all that stuff was not dove into at all in the original. So
it was good.
It really
It gave
added
just a little more like personality, I guess, or it made a little higher stakes for Isaac.
Yes. And just him being able to like talk.
Yeah, because he's like, it's bullshit.
Yeah. So it really hit home. It made his unitology connection hit harder. Him and Nicole's connection hit harder. Because she diagnosed his mom like she was fine, and then she freaking killed his dad and herself, murder-suicide, like intense.
There was that scene of like mental games going on in Isaac's head where he sees himself talking to Nicole.
Yeah.
And he's like blaming Nicole for it happening because she was supposed to watch them or some shit.
Yeah.
Like, damn, dude.
Yeah. That was some juicy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. It really added emotions to the game that
definitely.
were lacking in the original. And I really appreciate that. So you bring up Mercer. This maniac has been touched by the marker. You know, usually the marker sends out a frickin'
Like a pulse
like
thing.
a pulse, like a frickin'
EMP pulse.
yeah,
Like, get you in.
It sucks you in. You start hallucinating, freaking out. Mercer sees more than most, and he like it's like unlocking his mind, and he's like, I need to take this marker to Earth.
Yeah.
What a sinister motivation, Brad. You know, that raises the stakes because then Isaac is like, take this to Earth, man. They'll wipe us out.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Yeah.
Freaking maniac.
Yeah. So you gotta try to stop him. Yeah.
So you got to try to stop him. And there's a lot of marker lore, you know. I don't know how much I want to go into because there is Dead Space 2 and 3 and others, and we have learned about
Well, let's just keep it into one then.
these markers. Yeah, there's like the red markers, which are the ones the humans make, and then there's the original black markers. And the whole goal of a marker is to basically turn the dead into necromorphs. But one step further than that, it wants to turn the whole freaking planet
Yeah.
into a giant necromorph.
Because didn't they say they found one on Earth?
Yeah. Well,
The one they're taking out, is that the one they found on Earth?
they had put it on Aegis 7 hundreds of years ago.
Yeah.
So this is all some big cover up because then we're going perfectly. Yeah, we learned that Mercer wants to take to Earth. Then the other ship comes, the Valor.
Oh, right.
The
dude.
Valor,
The military
dude.
thing.
They're like, oh, we're gonna save you, and
Yeah.
it's like, nah, bro, that's freaking Wayland Yutani cleanup crew.
Yes, they're all military.
Love that shit, dude. Government cover-ups, freako cults. You know why I'm obsessed with this shit, dude.
They get taken out though, hard.
They get taken
Yang.
out. Chen.
Chen.
You're
and
thinking
the
of
escape
Peng.
pod. I am.
The Peng treasure.
I'm thinking of the Peng
Love
treasure.
that shit. Chen gets taken out, and like they eject him on a shuttle pod, and the Valor picks it up.
Yeah.
And Chen freaking
Lets loose and spreads.
lets loose, and then they all go down.
Yeah, when you go on there too.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's really cool. I love that with the Hammond, dude.
Yeah,
Just like,
it is cool.
let's
That's
go.
sick.
Let's go. And then, of course, Hammond takes them both out. Sacrifice, dude. Remember that?
Yes.
That death?
Through the thing, pushes him through it. Yeah.
Dude, we didn't do that on Goaties this year, man. Like, top 10
deaths?
dude. Because that's number one so far.
That was last year though.
Just explode.
We could do it this year.
Yeah, it was so sick. Yeah, what do you think of all that? And like, just
It was great. Like, I loved the dynamic between those. I think it was really strong because the cast was so small.
Yes.
Small and people wanted to trust each other, but didn't know how to trust each other.
Yeah, when Daniels is like, yo, I don't know where Hammond is, dude.
Yeah.
He's sketch.
Yeah.
Hammond's sketch.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, shit. Hammond is mysterious. Like, where the hell is he, dude? He's been off the radio for a while. What's he up to?
Yeah.
And it's all
But then we find out.
Misdirect, dude. Daniels,
sketch.
Earth Gov scum.
Yeah, sketch, big time.
And she's there the whole time to cover this shit up.
Yeah, umbrella.
Umbrella, exactly, umbrella. And that's just a great revelation, man. There's just there's just enough story and mystery here that is told so elegantly. It doesn't get in the way. If you want to stop and read the documents, you can for some extra lore.
Yeah, I don't think the documents go on too long.
They don't.
So it's nice.
Yeah.
So it's like you can read them all.
I really loved them.
Yeah, they were nice. And the audio documents also.
Yeah.
If you want to go through that.
When you learn she's sketch too, it's the other doctor wants you to return the marker.
Right, that guy.
He wants you to return it. And that sounds like a good idea, dude. Like, yo,
just put it back.
Put the genie back in the bottle.
That's
here.
what they're saying. What's causing all this to happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they want to put it back. So in the finale, you go to the planet, which is such a nice change of pace, dude. It's just like, yo, we're in space on a spaceship the whole time. And we get to go on this planet. Just really loved that part.
Dude, what was cool was, so you know how you thought you had Nicole with you the whole time?
The very, very, very end.
And it was actually that other woman?
Cross.
And she thought you were...
Temple.
Yeah. Then it's like revealed, dude. It's really cool.
Such a good reveal, dude. Right when... You feel that so much. Like, shout out... It's old news and dumb. Like, it's not a big deal now, but like cutscenes that are not cutscenes when you're in control. It's just so well done when Daniels is like, it's not Nicole, it's Cross, and like visually, it just like kind of like warps around her head, and then she just becomes
it was cool.
Cross. It was so well done, dude. And then Daniels takes her out.
Yeah, Daniels takes her out.
Daniels gets taken out by freaking hive mind beast thing.
The Leviathan? Oh, like the main thing from the planet.
The main hive mind.
Smashed her, dude.
Final boss fight.
Yeah.
Cool fight.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fun.
Reminded me of like MMO mechanics, dude.
Yeah.
Gotta watch the AoEs.
Yeah, I think the Dead Space fights are okay.
Yeah.
I like the Brute the first time.
The first time, the Brute's really cool.
Yeah.
And then the other boss was a lot better this time around.
The Leviathan?
Because you're floating.
Yeah, the Leviathan. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Then there's like, you like fight it outside later too with the guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
And then, of course, the regenerator thing, the hunter.
Oh, who hunts you, yeah.
And then there's all that backstory on that, dude.
The guy transforming into it.
Creating him was so sick, dude. Freaking Psycho
Definitely
Mercer.
Resident Evil vibes.
Dude, strong Birkin
you
vibes.
Lock him in the... What was that? Like,
the freezer thing,
room or whatever. Yeah, that's cool.
So sick,
That was
dude.
sick. I like that. Big time.
So then Isaac escapes, and if you get the true ending, which is on New Game Plus, the original ending is Nicole.
The screaming at you. At
Nicole
the end.
screams at you. Classic like
survival horror.
Yeah, just classic. I was gonna say classic horror movie. Yeah. But then in the extended hidden ending, Isaac's talking about building her something, and like where that goes.
There's like all the writing on the wall and shit.
Like he's gonna make another marker.
Yeah, he's lost his mind.
So we'll see where that goes. We're not talking about Dead Space 2 or 3. Are they gonna remake 2? Are they going to
they could
go down a different timeline?
I hope they go down a different timeline when you get to 3.
Seriously, remake 2, redo 3.
Yeah, think it through.
Yeah,
think that through a little more.
And what about Extraction, dude? Give me some of that light gun shit.
Sure, yeah.
Extraction was fun.
Put it on Switch or something. I don't know, whatever you can use.
So that's the plot is very. That's it. There's really not a lot. Yeah. I mean, unitologists, their whole goal is to. They think the markers are going to unlock like the truth to humanity.
Yeah.
That is their whole point, their whole motivation. Find the markers. It'll unlock our potential as humans.
Classic people who seek intelligence.
Yeah.
I want to know.
I want to know
the
everything.
meaning of life, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Tale as old as time.
And they don't think of it as death. They think of it as rebirth.
Yeah, because they're like, you have to die first.
Yeah. Which is so creepy,
Yeah,
dude.
it is creepy. And they're born as like disgusting freaks.
Yeah. Because then the marker itself, when a necromorph is the marker reanimating a dead corpse.
Yeah.
Bringing that thing to life.
Yeah.
So that honestly, Brad, covers a lot of the story stuff.
Yeah.
And then just get into the thoughts about the game that we didn't really get to talk about. You know, boss fights and stuff. If you want to talk about more about that or any of the weapons. I just really liked the shop and the resource management
me too.
and all that stuff.
too.
It is
Super
so
fun.
addicting.
It's super fun. Yeah. Upgrading, getting those nodes, man. Felt good. I really liked getting the higher level access and opening a room, going back and opening a room, dude. And you get some like nodes or like a new schematic.
Yeah.
You're like, yes, this feels good, man. Good rewards. Some fun new armor too.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I think if you beat Impossible mode, you get the foam gun.
Yep.
Which is very funny.
So sick.
I think it one-shots everything, which is fun.
Yeah,
Like, to me, that's really fun.
I love having unlockables for the hardest difficulty.
Yeah, me too. I think it's super
real-
fun.
Like, you don't need to put a trophy behind it. You should be able to change it anytime you want. But if you stick with it, give us a little unlockable.
Yeah.
I love that.
I agree. Yeah. And just some of the weapons were more fun than I remembered this time around. Obviously, the saw blade,
The Ripper,
is so
dude.
sick. I started really liking the line gun
line, that's always my
the
favorite.
laser trap, dude, and just watch
Yeah.
them walk into it was very funny to me.
Yeah.
Loved that stuff. And
Line gun
obviously,
was like-
the big charge gun. What's it called?
The like contact beam,
Yeah,
I
just-
think. It was so fun to use. Both the primary and the secondary fire was so fun.
Yeah, I
My
pumped it up
God.
all the way.
Same.
The damage is so sick.
Dude, and for whatever reason, dude, my game, they were handing out ammo
Yeah,
for that.
they're like, please use it.
They were handing out that.
Yeah, it's 'cause
I had
it's-
like
it's like
7 stats.
It's like getting the Magnum, you know? You're
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm just going to save this for the end. So you got to let fly. And of course, the force gun at first, I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
Shot a guy, didn't really do much. I was like, whatever, I'm not going to use this that much.
Yeah.
Used it more, beefed it up a little bit, blowing off skin.
Yeah.
Then I was like, okay.
Hell yeah, dude.
This is really, it's good crowd control too.
Yeah, oh
Really
my
good crowd
God.
control.
Big time.
So it's super helpful.
The Ripper, too, was so crowd control because it would just like stun them, dude. Poise break.
Yeah, I could do that.
The poise break was real.
It was real, for sure. You should be. You're carving through flesh.
Yeah.
I don't really like the fling of the ricochet that much. I don't really
never
use that.
really
I never
used
really
it.
use that.
Sam.
But it's cool that it's there.
Yeah.
And obviously the plasma cutter's one of the goats.
One of
just
the goats, yeah.
incredible gun.
Brett, I think it is like such a shout out, dude. Such a fucking shout out and just to you, EA, because I imagine doing a remake of a beloved thing is really hard. What do you
Definitely.
change? What do you add? What do you do? And I feel like
And there's like so many different ways people do it too.
yes. And I feel like this is just like the absolute best of both worlds. Like
Sure.
this is the perfect harmony, the perfect balance. I compare it to Resident Evil 1 remake.
Yeah.
That is how I feel about this remake. It is like remake 1 where it feels so similar. I mean, obviously Resident Evil the Resident Evil remake that's a bigger graphical leap.
visually, sure.
Yeah. But I just mean in the sense of like, we're going to keep this shit the same, but expand it in the most meaningful ways. We're going to pump up a little bit of story here, a little bit of story here. We're
Little
going
bit of different layout.
yeah, we're going to have a little more convenience here with like the weapons, you just getting them and not having the blueprints
Yeah.
and like, from the sequel, we're going to have that zero gravity space control. It's just the absolute.
Yeah, it's a very good very good game. Very good game. I'm really happy
Yeah.
with it, man.
What do you want for the
For-
future of Dead Space, Brad? Do you want the exact same treatment for Dead Space 2 or
For
would you
two,
want
I
them
think you can do 2.
Yeah.
You can do the same thing with 2, just refine it, add a few more things here to make it a little better.
Yeah.
But like that, after 3, once we get into 3 territory, then I'm much more open to doing something different.
Yeah.
Like, you could still go the ice planet or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck it was.
Yeah, I forget what's
But, like, you don't really need co-op. No. I don't know. It just kind of lost its way.
Yeah. You know what'd be funny if they did Dead Space 2 and then, I mean, budgets, money, who knows, just spitballing. Dead Space 2 remake, side DLC somehow is just like a truncated Dead Space 3 or
the
something.
Guy from 3, the
Yeah.
other guy, whatever his name was.
Just like some kind of DLC in between.
to tie it in a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or something, just spitballing, who knows.
Yeah, just spitballing.
Yeah. But Dead Space is back.
Dead Space is back.
Back with a bang,
Hell
dude.
yeah, feels good. We've been so treated for survival horror games.
Right?
What a golden age.
I mean, Dead Space 3 was a decade ago. This shit skipped an entire gen.
Yeah.
So many new players are hopping into this,
Oh,
which is
yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
So
yeah.
many returning players that have been gone for so long. Mm-hmm. I just love it, man.
Yeah, me too. It's just been a great time, man. I had such a blast playing this game. I was like playing, look at my clock. I'm like, oh, I should go to sleep.
Right? Oh, one more chapter.
And I was just like,
Yeah, let me finish
I would
this.
say that in my brain, but I should go to sleep. And I would just keep going and just not even like think about it. Not even like, oh, just one more. I just keep going.
Yeah.
I just couldn't stop, dude. I couldn't stop.
Same, because you keep getting those notes.
Getting those nodes.
Keep getting that armor.
Getting something. I'm like chasing the next upgrade. Nice little like loot stash somewhere. Oh, did you like the blue like wire things?
Yeah, the blue wire
Yeah, I
stuff.
think they're fun.
And then just how the smartest additions make the simplest things so much better. So like there's a puzzle pretty early on where you need to connect some things. Not the very first tram one, but another one where you have to like connect 2 power nodes. Yeah. And in the original, you're just like 0G, like walking, doing it.
Yeah.
This time you're flying.
Yeah.
And you have to like fly and just that small little bit
Makes it way better.
makes it so much better. So-
Man, space was so cool in this game. When you're like, you're briefly out in space, actually,
Yeah.
like flying in space. It's really cool, man. Yeah. So cool, dude.
Dude, the stuff they do in 2 with how they
Yeah.
expand that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
no
yeah, yeah.
spoilers, but just like traveling in space to kind of different areas, like doing little spacewalks,
Yeah,
you know?
it's so cool, man.
So
It's so cool.
fucking cool.
But yeah, this is a phenomenal start. Excellent reboot. I'm glad to see it, you know. Dead Space. We liked Dead Space a lot, but it just kind of died. You're bummed out, you know. It's just really good. Like, we liked Callisto,
Yeah,
but I think this is a completely better game. It's just a better game.
for sure.
But
I
you know,
agree.
it's a different kind of thing, you know, new to old.
Yeah,
But I think this is just a better game, period.
for sure.
Executed wise.
I hope Callisto gets to continue.
Me too. Me too.
And I hope Dead Space
gets to
gets
continue.
to continue.
I want you both to continue.
Please.
I want more survival.
I
horror.
want some like Resident Evil Silent Hill rivalry, dude. Let's go.
Yeah.
Dead Space and Callisto
Me too.
Protocol.
Then they
Like,
team up in one game. Isaac. And what's his name?
just call him
Jacob.
Jacob, yeah.
Jacob Callisto.
Callisto was like the moon or
I
some
know.
shit.
I'm just kidding, dude. They're just meeting up, man. Oh,
All right, everybody. That is it. Not too many things to dive into again because it's a 2008 narrative, just slightly expanded. So I
yeah.
hope we
talked about it a little more on
Yeah.
Frame Trap too. If
Yep.
you're curious about that.
So I hope we covered enough for you there. But because I really am,
Yes.
I'm like straight. There's nothing else.
We
Really.
recommend it. We highly recommend Dead Space.
Please, yes.
Check it out if
Highly,
you can. Highly
highest
recommend-
recommendation. The top possible. I mean, I'm survival horror bias, whatever. Don't
Yeah,
listen to me.
I mean, it's really good. And get to it before Resident Evil 4 remake comes out. Get to it before that.
Absolutely. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. That was the Dead Space remake spoiler mode. It feels so good to have it back in our lives. Love and respect.
Spoiler mode, final warning, spoiler mode activated.